And welcome to Political Trendy Radio, episode 47 for the 7th of December, 2000 and not 7/15. It'd be perfect if it was 2007, but that would be weird. You can email me from ellinthemood@gmail.com. Follow me at PTRadio666 on Twitter, Facebook.com/politicaltrendyradio, or do other things at my YouTube account, youtube.com/, obviously, user/GG Allen is God1. My name is Elliot Lindemood, and I am here with...
Oh, I'm Eric. Recurring character.
Someone who doesn't... And who are you, Mr. Other Guy?
You know me, I'm Wolfgang.
Well, yeah, but you have to introduce yourself, because there could be some new people watching this who don't know you.
Yeah, well, I just said I'm Wolfgang.
Well, now they know you.
Yeah. And it almost sounded like Eric said he's Eric Cancer, so...
No.
Yes, he's Eric Cancer. I'm sorry, I have a bad case of Eric Cancer.
Oh, shut up, Elliot.
Or rectal cancer.
Rectal cancer? What?
Yeah, that'd be worse.
Yes, it would. So, apparently they think parachuting is a hoax, huh?
They think, what, in Paris? Yeah. There are some that have just heard that.
I like people like that because they make me feel smarter. Everything's a hoax to them. Nothing ever happens. Nothing's real. And if you want to comment on that.
Yeah, it conspiracy theories, because that's easier than actually thinking of ways to make the world better.
It's all a false flag operation carried up by Walt Disney and Apple.
Oh my god.
Disney and Kiss are actually in cahoots
With the Illuminati.
to turn the world into something I don't want to live in. Yes. I just realized episode 52 of the show will be on Christmas. So, blasphemotastic.
Which is a coincidence because the set 25 and 52 are opposite.
No, 26 and 52 are opposites. Yeah, 25 plus 25 is 50. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm sorry, my brain's not working very well.
Yeah.
So basically, we're gonna make the most blasphemotastic show on Christmas.
I'm
Warning.
sure you're getting ready for that.
Oh, that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be a fun show. So, Eric, how's your life been?
Who's that one? I have a question. Who's that guy that got really drunk when he did it? I have a question. Who's that guy, that actor, that got really drunk when he did his stunts?
I don't know. Eric, answer the question.
What was the question again?
Hold on. It's Gary Busey. Yeah, there it is. There it is.
Gary Busey. I think he's proof of demons.
I mean, he's kind of crazy, like, no.
It's either 52 or 54, I don't know. But anyway, it's gonna be the most blasphemotastic show. So, Eric, how's your life been?
It's been okay.
Anything new to report?
Not at the moment.
That's a shame. Why do we do these Monday shows?
Because you're a word slave?
I'm a hangout whore, basically.
No, I thought it was because you was a Jew, and
Shut up. Find a good news story.
You find a good news story. It's your show, dummy.
It's my show, but I have to host it, so other people have to find stories for me.
Okay, so basically you're a TJ clone. Okay, TJ. Yeah, I got to look
You'll
up shit for.
you'll 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 be banned from this show for years for calling me TJ.
Well, yeah, maybe next time have this stuff before the fact, and don't announce it over the freaking intercom. You freaking amateur ass.
Intercom? Really? I'm amateur. Hey, I would, but I was too busy. Too busy. Too busy.
Yeah, yeah, we know. Too busy scarfing that big burrito, you fat.
I haven't had a big burrito since Friday.
Fuck, freaking Rush Limbaugh, mother.
How dare you?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I heard your show. Here, let me summarize your show. You say something, there's like a minute of silence. So, anyone want to comment on that? Nothing.
I was burnt on that. You can't blame me. You know damn well that my brain was cooking in between that time. I could not be bothered.
Yeah,
I,
whatever. I heard your show. It
I,
was.
at least I make sure I get sourced before the fact. I mean, like that assumes I give a damn.
Everyone knows I don't care. That's the good thing about the show. We don't care.
I know. You just gotta fake it at least. Okay, fine. I got something for you to talk about. Hey, can you see it? Can you see it?
Fuck you, you stupid.
Oh man, I'm an asshole. Okay. Uh,
Eric, go to
Oh,
wherever he lives and kill him.
I'll do that. I'll do that.
why don't you why don't you do it like a man, Zawichi? Come to
I
where
have
I
to.
live and slice my head off.
All right, we'll do that. And we'll broadcast it on PTR live for everyone to see.
Yes, telling me how to do my show.
Okay. Hey. TJ, you calm down now. Settle down. You need a cigarette there?
I wouldn't mind some beer.
Okay. Sex and blackmail allegations. I think what was it? Uh, Vatican. Yeah, Vatican leak scandal.
Sex and blackmail. Sex and blackmail.
Yep, they're at it again. Who else but the Catholic Church?
Oh, I'll click on this really quick. You read it and I'll click on it.
Yes. You know what this is. You knew what this was. And this is how it is. Huh. Okay, a trial of Pope Francis's only female staffer, a priest, and two journalists resumes on Monday. Let's see. Eric, you there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm delegating reading this to you.
Okay.
Okay. Uh, sorry, I was trying to do something. So yeah, basically,
Were you touching yourself, son? That's nasty.
sex and blackmail. No, I was trying to. Shut up. Why do I listen to you?
I'm fucking awesome. That's why.
Huh, you wish.
Okay, read the story then.
I can't. I can't see.
You want me to do it?
Sure, I'm gonna go on.
Yeah.
Alright. Alright. Sex and blackmail allegation at the heart of the Vatican scandal. The Hold on. My computer's taking a while to load. In 2013, when Pope Francis appointed outside management consultants to shed light on the inner workings of the Vatican, he hoped to bring an order to an organization mired in corruption and intrigue. The embarrassing leaks that resulted in the publication of hundreds of secret letters are believed by many to have contributed to Pope Benedict XVI' unprecedented step of resigning earlier that year.
Yay, the Catholic Church is corrupt.
Oh, shut up.
Hey,
Uh,
they're not even close to, they're not the only corrupt religious body. I mean, but they're pretty damn corrupt.
yeah. Okay, I got in control. But now Pope Francis faces a somewhat similar scandal, but this time sex and blackmail allegations have been thrown in, and his own management consultant and appointees are at the heart of it. On Monday, a trial of 5 people resumes inside the Vatican, including Francesca Immacolata de Chowiki, or some Italian bull. A PR expert and the only female member of the Pope's Commission. The other 4 include Gianluigi Nuzzi, a journalist whose earlier work about PayPal secrets brought the original Vitaleaks scandal to a head, and also from the Commission, Lucio, the Spanish priest, yada. The trial centers on claims that uh, Valda Chiriqui and another plaintiff leaked confidential documents relating to the Vatican's finances to Nuzzi and another journalist who was also on trial. The details contained in the leaked documents are by Vatican scandal-prone standards fairly tame, containing charges of overspending and levying below market rents to favor tenants. The trial risks damaging the Pope's reputation for opening up the Vatican to greater inspection by the outside world. So yeah.
Interesting. In other news, Trump says we should end all Muslim immigration.
What do you think of that, Elliot?
What? Yes. Yes, end all Muslim immigration because that'll end well. Because they already feel persecuted, so let's just persecute them more.
Didn't this already happen 70 years ago?
Oh, now we haven't done the camps yet.
But he wants Muslims to have badges.
Yes. Now, now you have to decide if I'm making a Japanese American reference or a Holocaust reference. I'll leave that up to you to decide what I'm referencing. Well, actually,
Well, I
I'm sorry.
mean,
We already have done camps like Guantanamo, but you know what I mean. We have it,
back then, they were actually the Germans were actually fine with Islam. In fact, they actually were kind of envious that it kind of got more people, especially young dudes, to kill themselves for the cause. So they didn't mind killing Jews. So
Trump. Well, the good thing about Trump is everyone knows he's stupid.
yeah, well, he's
Very.
also he's also kind of an ass though. In terms of the stuff he says, like for Mexicans, we need to build a high fence for them. Like Muslims, uh, they're cheering for 9/11 and shit.
I don't know what I can't remember who said it, but somebody said something really good about Trump versus Carson, and he said, I'd much rather have Trump than Carson because Trump is legitimately stupid, and if he was president, he would just get maneuvered by politicians and get outsmarted by politicians every time. But Carson is someone willing to sacrifice all of his intellectual credibility, registered trademark, uh, to lord over a citizenry he doesn't really care about. So I'd much rather have Trump than Carson because Trump, none of his stupid ideas are going to go through. Well, Carson, I don't know. He actually
I
has
mean,
some.
the only redeeming quality he has is that he's good at surgery, right? Like, I mean, sure, we'll trust him in like the freaking surgery lab, like where he can work on the brain and shit. But other than that, he has no good understanding of foreign policy. He called Hamas hummus. Like this was something done in Bruno
Everyone
for crying
calls
out loud.
Hamas
Like, come on.
hummus, though.
Not if they're being a leader of the free world. I mean, that's kind
Well,
of retarded.
you forget George W. Bush.
Yeah,
Uh,
but technically he was a legacy though, and he kind of bought his way in there.
well, and he wasn't really the leader. I mean, let's face it, he was not the president. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah, we all know Cheney, but
Besides,
yeah.
what? I rock the unfree world. I live in America. I don't know about you, but
Well,
Can't agree more.
Cheney and Karl Rove.
Karl Rove. He was just strange.
Yep.
Say something.
Hey, how are you doing?
That was what one of my girlfriends used to say. Now she's in Nebraska. I miss
Okay.
Bangor.
I don't think I want to live in Nebraska. Seems too corny. Corny. Get it?
I
Wait,
don't mind.
is
Well,
Nebraska? Oh God, it's you,
I challenge you to shave your head and have someone urinate on you.
Eric. Do it. Is Eric even still here?
Yeah, what's going on?
To accept Wolf King's challenge.
No.
Oh, he actually heard. I was hoping he'd be like, yeah, sure. Wait, what is it again? Too late. You cannot back out.
I heard
So,
I heard a crazy guy say that one time. I'm all like, dude, that's funny as hell.
yeah, you're weird.
You're weird.
Yes, I am.
So, you having a good day, night, whatever?
How did you get back on here?
I believe this is my first time.
Oh, okay. I thought it was your second time. I don't know.
Yeah,
I think
I've never been on here, so I just heard about it.
From who?
The internet, that you host hangouts.
What sort of music do you like?
I like any kind of music, really.
Okay. Sorry, I thought you were someone else for a second. I was like, someone who was banned from the show. I was like, oh no.
Uh, oh, sorry about that.
It's all Wolf King's fault. Blame him for everything. So what do you
I
do?
mean,
What's your
I will say this. I will say this. I know it could be an orifice to like deal with these things. So my my tool will take full responsibility for this. You know, well,
Oh, you think you're so cool.
I don't know. I'm slightly drunk.
How many subscribers do you have, Wolfie?
I don't know, like around like 450, I guess. I don't know.
Wow. I have 80,000. No, I'm sorry, 800,000. Uh, just in case you're wondering, we are friends. We just like to make fun of each other because. So yeah, Mr. Good Author guy, what do you do? What's your like? What do you do? What's your
I sometimes I write. I write. and go to my job each day.
Uh, does your job involve, um, I don't know, something evil?
Oh, kind of
Oh,
shitty. I have to help out people.
oh, I don't like helping people. I like eating people.
Yep,
We're all cannibals over here, right, Eric?
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely cannibals.
eating some amazing pussy.
Yeah, no.
Why not?
What's your opinion on dad rock?
Dad rock.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
And what bands would you consider dad rock?
Uh, old stuff like Kiss, the the Who. What else?
Uh-huh. Okay, Eric.
What?
Oh God. What about Metallica?
That band's okay. I listened to it back in middle school.
And when were you in middle school?
Back in '05.
Hmm. And have we ever met?
I don't think so.
I think I Eric, you know who I think this is, right?
I have no clue.
You know who I think this is.
I'm honestly not really paying attention.
Uh, do you expect someone,
Chris Aguilar,
Chris Aguilar?
also known as Duderson. What was it? Normal person, nice guy, or whatever his name was. What other names did he go by? Eric Wolf King left. You're in charge of the show now.
Okay.
We need to pay attention.
Okay.
Okay, author guy, say something so that Eric can recognize your voice.
You guys graduated high school?
Yeah.
You know who that is, right, Eric?
I haven't the faintest idea.
Yeah.
Ugh.
You guys have wives?
No.
Eric, it's your time to shine again.
Okay, what do you want me to do now?
Kill this guy. Go to Metal Injection and read the headlines as usual.
For sure.
If you guys want to know why I'm being so hard on this guy, go back to whatever episodes he was on.
Episode 13, or raping the internet.
It is you cock. How many
Look,
sock accounts do you have anyway?
okay.
How many sock accounts do you have anyway?
You got a fan, a secret admirer, or something like that.
No, I know who this is.
Dude, I haven't been on since August.
See, I told you. I told you it was you because you know why? Because Jim blocked you, and we blocked like 5 of your accounts.
Jim, you mean that hippie old guy?
Yes, the hippie old guy.
Oh, that guy's
Wait, wait, wait.
dumbass.
Jim's a hippie. I didn't know. I thought
No,
it
he's
was.
not a hippie. I was just making fun of Chris. Eric, are you on metal
Yeah,
injection?
yeah. I thought it was too fat to be a hippie.
Oh,
That's
maybe
not.
he's a hippie who's trying to make a statement about a body figure or something like that.
I hope he hears this show.
I hope he does.
Yes, Jim is a hippie trying to make a statement.
He's like,
Eric.
all right, let me do him. You know, guys, I'm trying to do this because it's so trendy and Donald Trump is so dumb. That's Jim.
Yeah, not exactly. Eric, are you on metal injection?
Yeah.
Okay, headlines, please, before the show comes completely out of control.
I love this one. This is beautiful. U2 invited the Eagles of Death Metal to share the stage in Paris. The first time the Eagles of Death Metal have been in the city since the shootings last month.
And then they got shot and died.
You wish.
Yes, because I hate you too, and I hate Eagles of Death Metal.
And you
Next.
also hate the real Eagle.
I hate the Eagles too. Next.
What
Okay,
happened?
here is a real here is a very real photo of Donald Trump and Slipknot's Chris Fenn? I don't know how to pronounce that name, but yeah, we live in a world where Donald Trump posed with a member of Slipknot in a picture.
Well, they both equally suck. Did you know Jim Root's dating Scabia?
I
No.
don't know. I remember this one time I was back there with that like this one lady. Like long story short, I ended up wait a minute. Wait, I ended up with okay, yeah, I got both my kidneys. It's alright. I thought that story ended up with like when I lost my kidney. I didn't lose one.
Next story, Eric.
Okay, great news for Every Time I Die fans. Keith's newborn daughter is recovering nicely.
There are no Every Time I Die fans, although I did see them live about 10 years ago. I thought they were good back then, but now I can't stand them.
Okay, Salt Lake City is giving away free tickets to see Graveyard on the 9th.
Never even heard of them. I know who Grave is, but Graveyard.
Okay. And I know you're gonna probably celebrate this. Rush drummer Neil Peart has announced he has retired.
Yay! Rush sucks. What? I
Judas
mean,
Priest.
I listened to what?
Judas Priest.
They're pretty good. I listened to Rush, okay, and I was just like, yeah, they don't do anything for me. So good, he's retired. Goodbye, Neil.
Like you said, that they tried so hard to prove that they're good musicians instead of actually writing songs or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying make everything verse, chorus, simple pop rock, but I don't know. Why do you have to go on a 10-minute wank fest every song? Next
Okay.
story.
Okay, the Grammys went through great lengths to ensure this year's nominees didn't suck. We learned about the entire process that got bands like Lamb of God, Slipknot, and Seven Dust nominated for Grammys.
They went for a long process to ensure the nominations didn't suck, and they wound up sucking anyway.
And the
Amazing.
nominees for the medal at the Grammys were August Burn Red,
Nope.
Ghost, Lamb of God, Seven Dust, and Slipknot.
Wait, Ghost, who else?
August Burn Red, Ghost, Lamb of God, Seven Dust, and Slipknot.
No, 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 and Lamb of God, maybe. Yeah, they tried to ensure it didn't suck, and they wound up sucking anyway. Good job. Where my nominees for best metal would be Napalm Death for their newest album, um, Malevolent Creation, Cranium for their newest slam opus, um, Girl Skull for their newest album. Yes, they can still play, and of course Slayer.
Okay, I'll continue reading.
Yes, please
Slayer's
do.
already won. Slayer did win a Grammy a while back, didn't they?
Yeah, for in '06, I think. I don't think Guar was nominated, which I thought was weird. But
Hmm.
who cares? Grammys suck. And if you base your music on the Grammys, then you're an even worse person than Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Okay, Guar are hilarious as always in our 20 question segment. especially when discussing their celebrity crush. And the thing also says, can you guess what their favorite body fluid is?
I'll read that later. Let's go to Decibel, because that usually has some
Hold
better
on,
stuff.
one more story, and you're gonna love this. Motorhead's Lemmy says, "Stop asking me when I'm going to die."
Yikes.
No, because you're going to die soon, Lemmy. Sorry, Ian.
Yikes. Motorhead. That's a good band.
Shut up, Chris.
Who's Chris?
You are.
But I'm good author. I write for a hobby.
Hey, dude. What about that King of the Hill? Do you like King of the Hill?
Who doesn't?
I don't,
Why not?
because I find it a boring show.
I see a lot of Bill in you, Elliot.
Okay, please block him.
I mean, like before he's fat, bald, and lonely.
Eric, I'm not bald or lonely.
Yeah,
I'm fat.
but
Yeah, I mean,
you have
you're not bald and lonely. I mean, you got friends, and you didn't have a wife that left you.
I have a girlfriend.
Yeah,
ooh
yeah. So
oh
so, so did Bill. So did Bill.
Eric, go to Decibel before I kill these people.
Okay,
wait
okay, I'm on Decibel
Ellie
Magazine.
Wait,
you have
why? Don't just go to their Facebook page. Go to the website because their Facebook page is. Yeah, they
Hey,
don't show it.
hey, you remember that episode where Hank went blind and one of his friends handed him a shoe
yep.
and like Elliot, did that ever happen to you?
No, because I'm
so
not stupid.
so Elliot, you have a girlfriend?
Yes.
Oh, he's going rock steady with her.
You. Oh, fuck off. You met her before, but anyway. Eric,
Oh, is it that girl who Charnel?
Eric, quickly, Decibel before I kill this guy.
Who was it? Candace?
No, you were right the first time, but
Okay,
Ooh.
okay. Never mind. This ghost good looking dude. Okay, what's her ass like?
Okay, Decibel is there.
thank you.
Instead of the Decibel site, it's just the store now. They don't have the headlines anymore.
Go to Terrorizer. That's with the Z. Terrorizer magazine. Because the problem with metal injection is they've gotten really trendy as of late. Well, they didn't used to be so trendy, but now they are.
Is
Okay,
that a bad thing?
Yes.
Terrorizer Magazine. Born out of Leeds' fertile hardcore scene, sludgy
Yeah.
trio Grok has released one of the filthiest, heaviest, and downright nastiest EPs of the year in Masticator.
I'll have to look them up
Okay.
because that
Hey,
sounds cool.
Eric,
Yeah.
you hear me?
Yes.
Read this.
We're talking about metal.
I already showed Elliot that.
Really?
Yeah.
What did you show me?
The Brazilian pastor.
Oh, Jim sent a bunch of links about from that site. So
Ah, that's crazy though.
as Father Bohab once said, it's not gay if it's in the church.
Okay.
Okay, next story.
Terrorizer saying win tickets to see Gorgoroth with Campfire, Gehenna, De Profundis, and the Negation in either Bristol, London, or Manchester.
I'm gonna have to go to England because hey, why don't we get good shows like that? I mean, they get Gorgoroth and we get what? Kiss. Great.
By the way, it's not Johanna, it's Gehenna. That's how it
Oh,
works.
It's whatever it wants to be. You've
This is
never heard of the
weird.
It's
band,
you know
so
what?
shut up.
No. 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 You Do you know what it is? Do you know what it
Yes,
is?
I know what it is. It's the ancient garbage dump in Israel.
It is these nuts. It is these nuts specifically,
Okay,
sir.
next story. We're going to ignore people who are stupid. So, Wolf King, don't be surprised if we ignore you the rest of the show.
Okay, all right, but be
When
consistent.
five. Okay, can I go?
Yeah.
When
Yeah,
one of
yeah,
five.
we're ignoring me now. Do it now.
Okay, mute him.
Okay.
Okay, I'll mute myself.
Okay. Win one of 5 pairs of tickets to see the amazing Accept and the Gargoyles Hell at the Forum in London on Monday.
Yeah, I don't know why you're showing that because it doesn't really matter. I mean, once I move to England, it will, but which I will do.
With Charnel.
Okay, somebody block him for me.
What? I'm just saying the obvious.
Wolf King.
Dude, it's your show. You deal with them.
I
I mean,
can't block unless somebody else blocks him.
hey, good Arthur. Stop dicking around over there. Okay?
No, just block him, Wolfie.
I don't know. He's kind of funny.
Block him.
Eric, block him.
Fine.
Hold on, Eric. Already blocked me. So,
Before you block me, I
Oh,
have to say, it bugs in my brain.
bugs in your brain?
oh,
You're just a trendy, overgrown kid who's talking about Donald
Okay,
Trump
block him.
when you're not even gonna vote.
Somebody block him for me, please.
Elliot,
oh.
you're not gonna vote. You're an overgrown, trendy kid who just listens to dad rock and rambles on about how good old music is.
Yeah, okay, he's pissing me off.
Shut the fuck up.
Eric, block him.
How did you even block someone?
You go to the menu and you click on Good Author.
You don't know how to work Google Hangouts, Elliot.
Yeah, you know how to work Google Hangouts?
I'm not claiming to do so. Now, just calm down. Go back to listening to dad rock, being an overgrown man or kid in high school.
What the?
You know, with
Shut up. You are so annoying. That's why I blocked you on Facebook, because you're just too fucking annoying.
what? I know how much you want. I hooked you up with the ladies. You know, with Candace.
I hooked you up.
Even Candace.
I'm
You
just gonna
even
leave. I'm just gonna leave this fucking episode.
you even told me that. Oh yeah, she was
I
so
hope you're gonna leave
good.
this episode. This is your show.
You were like, oh, what the hell happened?
I quit.
Oh, anyway, you were like, oh yeah, she's so good. Thanks for hooking me up, Chris. And I'm like, oh, what?
I was like, man, Chris, you're weird. And so I said that to your face, but you didn't listen to me because you're something. And
No, I didn't listen because you were facing the other direction, away from my face. And I said, hey, I'm over here.
I love the hell out of ice cream.
oh,
I love it better when it's laced with marijuana.
I can now threaten you, Eric. If you don't block Chris, I can mute you.
He could just unmute himself.
Or hide you, so.
Alright.
If you're wondering why I'm so hard on Chris, it's because for 7 years he has done nothing but annoy me.
Wait a minute. For 7 years, I've annoyed you.
Yes, but at least you're like somewhat fun to be around and intelligent.
Yeah, but wait a minute. You've known this guy for 7 years too?
Yeah. No, I'm sorry, about 6. I met him in like late 10th grade when he was some stupid like 12-year-old wannabe troll. Now he's a stupid older wannabe troll.
Yeah, I met you when you were a whiny little brat, and now you're still a whiny little brat who whines about music.
And we've asked you to leave the show many times before and you haven't, so
So,
you've gotten plenty of warnings, so
so,
um yeah, you've nobody here likes you.
So is this your Scotty Cena, TJ?
Who?
Like, so the good Arthur is your Scotty Cena.
I don't know who that is. You'll have to explain because I don't watch The Amazing Atheist because I find him insufferable. Fuck you.
Insufferable, you friggin'.
I'm sorry. He's distracted me with his idiocy.
yeah.
Scotty Cena would be that puppet that would say the random things that sound funny to the audience.
Yes, but did has he been told many times to leave the show?
I don't know. Maybe.
So Chris, for those of you just tuning in, he's been on a couple of these shows. He's contributed nothing, tried to troll. We have asked him nicely to leave the show many times. He's
I
had
mean, he seems pretty well behaved now. I mean, like he
he
just
has several of his accounts blocked.
Not all of them.
Most of them.
I could always make more.
hey you want to feed him to the dinosaur?
I want to feed him to something.
You want to feed me to hometown buffet? We'll
So,
eat.
Chris, why do you insist on making more accounts and not just leaving well enough alone?
Uh, why should I?
He just wants to get close to you, Elliot.
Not that close.
Apparently, he wants to get very close because he won't fucking leave.
No, no, I don't want to get close. I'm not
Okay,
like.
so I mean, I've told you before. We this is a more serious show now.
Oh, wow, so serious. You have ads, I think.
Yes, we do actually.
No one's gonna watch
How
this
did you
except.
know?
No one's gonna watch this except you.
No, hey, I don't watch it. Other people do. I don't watch my own shows because I can't stand watching myself.
Oh,
Yeah.
Isn't that like a Freudian dilemma or something? You can't stand to look at yourself.
Freud was a hack, so I don't know.
Yeah, if he was a hack, then
He
you are
was he
too.
was he was a complete hack. Everything was him. Everything with him was repressed memories and dream interpretation. Even the guy, even one of his like most notable cases was like, yeah, that probably didn't happen. So yeah, Freud was a hack.
Mm.
Eric agrees.
Yeah.
Meh. So
Epic complex kind of makes sense.
what?
I don't know, the Epic complex or whatever.
Yeah, but his whole thing about repressed memories, in dream interpretations and things like that. I mean, once you get into repressed memories, then you're gonna, I was abducted by aliens or satanically abused. So once you get into repressed memories, you get into that whole ball game of you know, all of a sudden you've got a book out about your repressed memories saying how you were abducted by aliens. Is that your story, Wolf King? Were you abducted by aliens?
No, but for some reason, at the age of I don't know, 15 or 16, everyone was trying to rip my dick off. So there's that.
What about you, Eric? Were you ever abducted by aliens?
No.
Are you sure you didn't just repress that memory?
Oh, sure.
Are you trying to say it's because he's Catholic and that those aliens supposed to represent the priest trying to mess with his
No,
butthole?
I'm making fun of his love of the paranormal.
Well, shut up.
As I've said many times before, like religion, paranormal, we keep, the object of paranormal is not to disprove something. It's to uh, basically the claims lie with the paranormal people. It's not up to us to disprove it. It's up to you to prove it. And so far, like with religion, the evidence isn't there.
So MythBusters.
That's a great show.
Yeah, it is.
But because the thing is, like with okay, so so let me just describe it to people who maybe don't know what I'm talking about. In religion, if you want to prove something, the burden of proof does not lie on the doubters. The burden of proof lies on the people who believe because they need to prove that their higher power is real. Same thing with paranormal
Jeez, that's
investigations. The burden of proof lies on the people who believe that the aliens exist to show us that aliens exist. We can't disprove it because it hasn't been proven yet. But if you prove it, we can disprove it. Unfortunately, like with religion, aliens can't be proven because they don't exist. I'm not saying life on other planets doesn't exist, but I'm sorry, people, they haven't visited us. Ghosts don't exist. UFOlogy is a load of crap. I mean, I've been to some haunted places and I felt nothing, so.
What about possession?
Possession is a load of crap. And how many people have died with from exorcisms?
Quite a few, actually.
Yeah, and if you want further proof that religion is awful, because we're talking about possession and that kind of crosses religion and spirits together. If you want, uh, if you want proof that religion is awful, 5 words: to train up a child. Go read that book. Do you remember that book, Eric?
What?
To train up a child,
Oh, yeah.
kids should be beaten with plumbing, and basically kids should be made to be animal like subservience, and at least 3 people have known to have died from this. One was whipped to death for mispronouncing a word.
Mm. Yes, I heard about that.
Thank you. Yes. Um, it's. I love the. So if you guys don't know the I think it was Brazil, right? The priest said. What did the priest say?
The holy milk in his cock.
Yes, he said to give him fellatio because his penis contained holy milk. And of course, my quote Christian unquote friends were all like, "This is horrible." And I'm like, "Yes, it is, but it's being done in your name."
yep.
I love that though. Yeah,
Yeah,
you tag
that
you
is
tag.
funny.
I thought I was gonna get shit for posting it like I did with that Guar quote, but no one really cared.
Yeah, you're funny.
You're not funny.
Harsh.
Wolfie, what okay, what did you talk about on your show? I only saw about 10 minutes of it.
I don't know. I forgot. I talked about a bunch of stuff like gun control, climate change.
Give
Uh,
guns to everyone, that'll solve all our problems. Right,
let's
Eric?
see. Some old guy on coke. Some guy does coke in a traffic stop.
Go man, go! That's someone we could support.
Well, I'm out. Elliot, you're an overgrown man, baby.
And you're retarded.
You always want to suck on your bottle of trendy rock band stuff.
I'm not even gonna try to I'm not even gonna try to disprove what you say because you're just stupid.
Yeah, dude. You always want to suck on the
Okay,
teeth.
remember, good author. Good author. Okay, I'll remember that profile.
You do you do realize you could remove him if
I can't
because
remove him. I need someone else to block him for me. Then they could say, "Would you like to block him too?" And I could say, "Yes." That's why I keep fucking telling you to block him.
hey, Eric is in the room and you bossed him and like he hadn't did it yet, so blame him.
I asked Eric to block him, and he hasn't because he's looking at Star Wars or something.
No, I'm still looking at something. I'm trying to find this thing to block him with.
Yeah,
Did you watch the new Star Wars movie, Eric?
It hasn't come out yet.
yeah, you
Oh, you
dumbass.
haven't got it on a torrent site or anything?
No, Disney is being that strict with it leaking.
No, you think
Oh, it'll still leak though.
They paid $4
your
billion
your
for
your
the rights
your
to the
mother will
series.
still leak.
It'll still leak. Everything still leaks.
That's what she said.
Like your
Uh-huh.
asshole.
Please, please kill him for me.
Okay, I will.
Kill who?
Kill Wolf King, cause he's
You
annoying.
you can never kill me. I'm the Wolf King.
I can kill the Wolf King.
Staple
The,
your.
the only way you can kill me is if you party with me, and you'll soon die before that. You'll end up in a coma. I'm all
Dude,
like, dude,
I can out party you so easily.
a bull, like what? Like freaking come to my town, I'll freaking put you like in a coma for like 3 days.
Good.
Yeah.
That means I don't have to do this stupid show anymore.
No, you'll be woke up in time for that. I'll bring you back. I'll be all like, hey,
You dick.
hey, you fat blind crap, get up. You got your stupid podcast to do. Get up.
I don't wanna.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah.
Uh,
Elliot's tits
You
on
know
the
what,
curb.
Wolf King? I'm starting to hate you even more.
yeah, well, I have that effect on people.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's the attitude to have.
Yeah. Elliot sucking on Jim's tit.
You know who we had all last Friday? Your British friend Sty. All Friday for 4 hours. It was me, Jim, his girlfriend, and Sty, and Eric. But Eric left when I refreshed the thing. Eric left. I was like, okay, whatever. Yeah, Eric missed it. Apparently, Sty is God.
What?
Yes, you know that British guy Sty, right, Eric?
Yeah, he's been on the show a few times.
Yes, apparently he's God. He created everything. I
I don't
don't.
know. I don't know. Last week I was in Texas getting drunk and high, so I can't be bothered. But
Last week I was in this. Last week I was here, and the week before that I was in a trailer doing this show, broadcasting from a trailer park.
funny.
It's on
Hey,
vacation.
did you have yourself some possum stew there?
What's it?
Did you have yourself some possum stew there?
Shut up! I was on vacation in Central California. You know that Paso Robles, San Luis Obispo area.
Yeah.
Well, not really on Thanksgiving vacation, but yeah, I was there on an internet connection I didn't think would hold. Well, I think you were there, weren't you? I think you showed up for about a minute of it.
I don't
Do you remember Jim's Bible story?
know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
Eric, remember that?
Yeah.
Yes, I remember. My name is Eric Chavez.
Oh.
You're like a whiny Richard Nixon. I
Well,
am not a crook.
well, I mean, if he was whiny, then wouldn't that mean his nose is smaller and that he's not a Jew?
Yes, that's what. Wait, Nixon wasn't it? Oh God, I hate you.
Well, I mean,
I,
you gotta know these facts, son. Otherwise, I can even like mention them in public.
I know it. I know the facts. You don't know the facts.
The facts was that his nose was big, and he was also a crook. And
Yeah, but
also, And also he fucked up with Vietnam, but that's neither here nor there.
Well, so did John F. Kennedy and Lyndon Johnson. So,
Mm.
I mean, we shouldn't have been in that war in the first place. So,
Well, technically he got a pass because he got shot in the
yeah,
head.
well, still, I no, Kennedy does not get a pass. I'm sorry. I don't care that he died. It's sad,
Well, I
but
mean,
he does
I don't
not
think
get a
he planned.
pass.
I don't think he planned to die. So
I don't care if he planned to die. You're responsible for your actions, even if you die 10 minutes from now. I don't, yeah, I'm sorry. Kennedy was responsible for Vietnam.
mm.
So, oh, I've just offended some, old guy. I've just offended some, old liberal. Hey, you punk, you're pissing on my dreams. Let's make fun of Eric.
No.
We'll all contribute then.
No.
What are you looking at, Eric?
Just wondering what I'm gonna do the next couple of weeks.
Why do anything? Why not just lie around eating peanuts?
If I
uh,
would, Star Wars is coming out. It's gonna be Christmas, and on New Year's I have to go see Motley Crue for the last time.
Yeah, they're breaking up. Joy of joys. Never again.
No,
No, what?
no joy of joys. This is a sad moment in rock
Oh,
history.
yes. What have they contributed to rock history, Chavez? What?
It's just a sad thing because they were popular.
That's popular doesn't mean anything. It's like Guns N' Roses. I'm sorry, when they released their first album, Appetite for Destruction, in 1987, I'm talking about Guns N' Roses, not Motley Crue. Let's see what other albums were coming out in 1987. Scream Bloody Gore, Scum, the Terrorizer demos. Music was getting faster, heavier, angrier, and there was Axl Rose doing his glam impersonation. I'm sorry, they contributed nothing to history. Neither did Motley Crue. When did their first album come out?
What, Motley? The
Yes,
first Too Fast for Love came out in 1981.
1981. So that was what? Just after Bratz, when thrash was. I mean, they weren't as out of date as Guns N' Roses, but they were. They never really contributed to history. So, in my opinion, it's not a sad moment for rock history. It's a sad moment for Hairspray and effeminate-looking men playing effeminate-looking metal history.
And it's like Alice Cooper said, don't put your spandex away because that era's gonna come back.
And when it does, I will lose my sanity completely
As,
and go
as
on a
if you already had
rampage.
lost. As
I
if
have.
you hadn't lost it already.
God, Alice Cooper, you stole everything from Coven, and now you're just. Ugh. Just go fall off a cliff while you're golfing. And Gene Simmons. Don't get me started on Gene Simmons. He makes me ashamed to be a rock musician and fan.
And he
Wait,
doesn't.
so that guy? I mean, I thought he was like your dad or something.
Eric, what were you saying?
But he doesn't own anything.
He doesn't own anything?
Don't you dare say he owns.
What?
He
Don't
had
you
that.
dare.
He had that one cartoon in the mid 2000s, I think, like My Dad's a Rock Star,
Oh, yeah, yeah, I remember that.
and
Oh,
and a couple of like playing tunes on Family Guy and The Fairly Odd Parents, but other than that, that's it.
Yeah. I
oh God,
remember.
that was him?
I
No,
remember.
no, 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 no. That was some other guy that likes to dress with makeup and play with a guitar.
That was an awful show. I remember it. Eric,
But
wait.
yeah, I remember Kiss was on Family Guy. That was a funny episode.
I didn't like it because I don't like Kiss.
Or
Gene
Family Guy.
Simmons doesn't own anything. Well, he owns his own record label.
Okay, well, you at least you didn't say he owns. Yeah, never mind.
Just say it. Shut up and say it.
At least you didn't say he owns a bank machine.
Oh, I was gonna do that later.
Okay.
Um, yeah, he owns Simmons Records, where he strangles artists into being more melodic and says you can't take drugs. How are you supposed to rock and roll without drugs?
Well, he has to focus on his work. After all, he is a Jew. So,
He has
Well,
to focus
ask
on his
Scott
child porn collection.
Martin. Oh, shut up about that.
Nope, never, never, ever, ever. I will never shut up about that because I think it's real. Well, I can't say, I think Gene Simmons allegedly, you know,
That he does look at that stuff.
allegedly, I think there should be an investigation, and then they should arrest him anyway for being annoying. I'd love that. Gene Simmons, you're under arrest. What for? For being annoying and for insufferable quotes. Hey, Gene, do poor people owe you now?
Oh my god, don't even start with those quotes.
Well, you know what? If you're gonna say these things, you're gonna have to be responsible for them. That's why I only say things that I believe because, basically, I. Why isn't Gene Simmons Donald Trump's vice presidential candidate?
Because he wasn't born in this country.
somersault jump.
Still, I think he
Rick,
should. What are you saying, Wolf?
Ricky Tikki Tavi. Keep going.
Shut up.
You shut up.
You shut up,
You shut up.
bitch.
I am the commander and the master.
This is my show, bitch.
Yeah, well, I'm the personality. You're just like the face.
You're not a personality. You haven't been on this show in like a long time.
Yeah, I was on vacation. I was eating DQ. DQ.
Oh wow, so that just excuses you from everything. And when you do come on, you say like 2 words and then leave.
Yeah. Well, you guys talk about like heavy metal half the freaking show. It's like,
Well, say something. Say, hey, I don't know about that, but I know about this, and we'll change the subject. But you just and then leave. So whose fault is it? Yours.
shut up,
Every
shut up, TJ.
where,
You
dude,
fat, you fat
dude,
piece of shit.
we need to make like a 20-minute video of us just going back and forth yelling at each other.
Yeah, that work.
Because we do seem to yell at each other a lot. Because you're stupid.
Yeah, well, you are a degenerate.
Of course I am. Everyone knows I am. Everyone knows I'm a degenerate. Ain't that right, Eric? Oh, he's dead.
Yes, you're a degenerate.
Eric was dead because I insulted Kiss so much he had a heart attack.
No, shut up.
No, I don't want to because it's my show.
Hey, you like Marilyn Manson?
Yes.
No,
Yeah, you do. You like Marilyn Manson. You get
no,
you, you
I
get
actually.
you get boner. You get boner to that
I
freaking
was
that
at the
lipstick and shit.
I was at the Mayhem Festival and Marilyn Manson was playing after Slayer, and I was so incensed we left after Slayer and didn't see Marilyn Manson. Boy, am I lucky I did that, because, yeah, Marilyn Manson kind of really
According to
sucks.
Elliot, Marilyn Manson and Kiss are insults to music.
But Eric, you faded away there.
No, I'm saying, according to you, Kiss and Marilyn Manson are insults to music.
I mean, it's always funny when people talk about Marilyn Manson being satanic or something like that. I mean, I know he met with LaVey and was honorary priest or whatever, but compared to someone like Glenn Benton or black metal or someone like
Jinx
that,
Dawson.
Jinx Dawson, of course. Um, yeah, satanic, not really. Bad musician, yes. Yes, Marilyn Manson sucks. That was actually funny when they portrayed him on Family Guy. That was actually kind of as this like do-gooder.
How was he a
Yeah.
do-gooder? It was
Well,
the rocker trying to that bang Peter's wife.
No, no, you idiot. That was something different. He was like when he met Chris, he was like all this do-gooder.
Fuck! I got that mixed up with Chris, not Kiss.
Oh, you are stupid.
Shut up! You should have clarified your words. You
I
illegitimate
did
fuck.
clarify my words. You just don't listen.
where,
No, you just don't enunciate because you're thinking about cheeseburgers all the damn time.
I had a
Elliot
cheeseburger for
was
dinner.
Elliot is talking about the episode of Family Guy where Chris got all angry and started his own band
Yeah,
singing about
yeah.
the evil monkey, and then they brought in Marilyn Manson.
That was a good ass song.
No, it wasn't. It was lame. And Chris's anger was lame because he wasn't angry at something. He was like, I don't know why I'm angry. It's like, maybe because you're going to die.
Of course he was. Of course he knows what he was angry about. He's angry because his friggin' dad abuses him, doesn't even focus on him. He makes the same mistakes that his father did. The ripoff from The Simpsons. Her figure out, boy. That's how it works.
Quagmire killed the Simpsons.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, he did.
That was a good day for the Simpsons.
Hmm.
But you hate Simpsons now, and you always hated Family Guy, right?
No, I used to like Family Guy back in the day, but I watch it nowadays and I just don't find it that funny. Like I watch it, I'm just like, yeah, this is this. I can see why I liked it when I was 12. Now that I'm 21, I like Duckman because it's like Family Guy, but
Well, I mean, Duckman died like a long time ago.
you take that back.
What? I've friggin' seen the YouTube episodes. I know what you're talking about, but they're he's the dude who made it said that it's gonna be put in storage until the future, which will I don't know.
You take that back.
Okay, look, there's too much passing gas in this house, so in order to cut down on that, we gotta use this fart hole.
See, Duckman was like Family Guy, except for they actually talked about things with like some relevance and some actual like. Whereas Family Guy, they even portray the people who they support with like Brian as an atheist being this really pretentious atheist guy. Duckman was I always thought was very good at mocking because they did it in a way that was intelligent.
What about Rick and Morty?
I've never seen it.
You're garbage.
I don't watch television anymore, Wolf.
Rick and Morty is funny, and you can watch it on YouTube. Durr. You can always find stuff on YouTube.
Only pricks say "durr."
Well, then I'm the king of pricks. Durr.
What's it about then?
Okay. It's about this scientist dude that kind of looks like the guy from Back to the Future, but his name's Rick. He's a scientist. Always getting drunk and stuff. He's got this grandkid named Morty, and they go on adventures through space and time. Do random stuff. Rick's kind of a dick and kind of abuses Morty, but there's that level of trust. You'd like it.
I don't
They
trust.
get into a bunch of stuff that's crazy and everything.
Do they set Eric on fire?
No.
Sure, yeah.
Cool.
Some
I'd
people
watch
get
the
set on
show.
fire.
I'd watch a show where Eric gets set on fire. Hey, Eric, look over there. Sorry, I set you on fire, Eric. In my
No.
mind. Wolfie, do you have anything else to share political wise?
Mm,
Wolfie.
let's see. Uh, there's this one guy that was fired for farting too much.
Yes. You, if you fart too much, you will get fired. That's awesome.
Yeah. It's basically this pending legal action where this employee I wouldn't say he was disgruntled, but he had a bad case of indigestion, and he got let go. But now he's basically it was a health condition that he had.
Oh,
You know
I have one.
that
I have one. I have one. I have one. Not to interrupt, but I have a story.
okay.
So apparently in England, on train stations, women are being handed pamphlet or cards saying that they're fat, and apparently they're calling the police to investigate that.
Mm.
Now, I know that's kind of a dickheadish thing to do, but do you really think the police should get involved? And you know, the whole thing is that she said it's offending to people who are, you know what? If you don't know that you're overweight, I mean, I know I'm fat. I know I'm fat as hell. I know why I'm fat because I like to eat. I don't give a shit. But if you're really gonna be that offended by it, well, maybe you should. Well, there's three things you can do: lose weight. You could punch the guy in the face, or you could just not care what people think of you. I don't care if you think I'm fat. I'm fat. I know I'm fat. And if you have a
Awesome.
problem with it, you can email me at fuckyourface@skillsuckerdick.com.
Yeah, own that, man. Own it. Hey, Elliot. Quick question. Can you do the truffle shuffle?
The what?
The truffle shuffle from the Goonies.
I've never seen it. Can't do it. I really don't want to talk to you anymore because you ask the stupidest questions.
I mean, it's not hard. Basically, you take your shirt up and you basically just move your belly around, like in such a fashion.
This will be the last show that Wolf King will be on PTR for saying stupid things. Wolf King, can you
Hey, if women were throwing money at you, I bet you'd do it.
what?
Yeah.
What'd you say? I couldn't hear. What were you saying?
Look. Never mind. Just say what you're gonna say.
I forget what I was gonna say. Oh, I was gonna say I hate you.
Oh, shut up. You
No,
fucking love me.
Eric loves you.
Huh?
I like how defensive he gets. See, I wouldn't care if someone said that about that me because I scared enough of my masculinity. So that was funny. There. No.
So you've never seen the Sister of the Traveling Pants?
Oh my God. Yeah, I have. Unfortunately.
Oh.
Fucking horrible movie. We watched it in Social Skills, and first of all, it's like the chick flick of chick flicks. I'm just sitting there going, I don't give a fuck. I don't care about these people. Why should I care? And we were sitting there trying to, what social skills can you learn? I don't know. I'm too busy thinking how I'm gonna rip these people's heads off and play soccer with them. And of course, I blame Eric.
Oh, shut up.
I think you had to see it too, or was this when we were in different social skills classes?
I can't remember, but I do remember us having to watch a movie and analyze it for social
Yeah,
skills.
we had to watch the Sisterhood of No Pants, which would have been a funnier movie because it would have been, you know, that would have been a better movie personally. I'm getting visions in my head now that I. But yeah, stupid movie. As far as analyzing it for social skills, I always hated that class because it was
I
retarded.
know you did.
I still think you should set up
Your
your what?
Yeah, your exploits in that class are the stuff of legend.
Not really. It wasn't that good. I mean, by my standards today, that was Neanderthalic and stupid. It was only really you who was that easily impressed.
Uh,
Even in ninth grade, I was like, "Oh, you could do better than that." Yeah, no, no, Wolf King, you won't BRB. You'll be right back. Learn to spell words, because words are good to spell, because words mean something. Random sequences of letters don't mean anything. And don't give me that short form shit, because I'll short form it. I'll short form it with a tire iron. But you people with internet short form, why not just write it? Why not just write the words? What's the harm? Is it gonna kill you? Is it gonna kill you that you write "be right back"? Because if it will, that would be awesome. If it killed you. Say something.
This just got really grim.
What do you mean, Grim?
I love how you
Grim.
just sanity right there.
Not really obscenity. It was just a rant to fill time because he's gone and you're not saying anything, so what else can I do? Talk about goats.
Ghosts.
What about goats?
Goats are great.
Yes. How's your dog?
Going cool.
Still barking all the time?
Yeah.
Good. Hope it annoys you. 'Cause that's funny to me. 'Cause I'm evil. Remember that, I'm evil.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, any good posts on Facebook to rant about?
Not right now.
Uh, any posts from our favorite Christians
Let me check.
about how God gave her the strength to look for a job? No, God didn't give you the strength. You gave yourself the strength. Ugh.
Oh my god, it says South Park is tackling gun control. And it shows Cartman wielding a gun to avoid having to go to bed early.
Of course, it's gonna be. Oh God. Remember when South Park used to be like, I don't know, funny and innocent, and
Yes.
and Cartman used to be, kind of the lovable, hateful character.
Yeah.
I mean, he used to be. Yeah, he was annoying, but you kind of liked him. But now he's just. Ugh, I miss. I miss when South Park used to be good. And it's great satire. I'm like, nah, not really. I can think of better satire than South Park, like anything.
Hmm.
And plus, Trey Parker and Matt Stone are a bit libertarians, so. And libertarians aren't funny or nice or interesting. In fact, I hate all libertarians. Not really, because Jim's a libertarian, sort of. Well, he registers, and I know some libertarians. But I feel like being controversial, so I hate all libertarians.
Yeah.
and all Democrats and all Republicans. Vote for President Ziggy.
Vote for President Ziggy.
Yes, he's my dog. He should be president. But yeah, South Park. I'm surprised that show's still on the air. I haven't watched an episode since I watched a new one, the Chupacabra one, years and years ago. That
Hmm.
was the last new one I ever saw. Uh, that was like what 5 years ago or something. So yeah, I'm surprised this series is still on.
They apparently, hold on. They haven't renewed till like 2019.
That's depressing.
And Matt and Trey have said that they are willing to keep going as long as Comedy Central wants them to.
Please, Comedy Central. Please, dear Satan. Please cancel South Park. And The Simpsons and Family Guy, American Dad. They already canceled the Cleveland show, and please fill them with quality animated shows, like say something like Duckman, but for the 2015. Don't renew Duckman because in my opinion, it's been dead for too long to be. But create a good animated show. There are no good animated shows on in 2015. That's my opinion. All the good animated shows are dead. Home movies, Duckman, Doctor Katz, uh, others. um, yeah, they're all dead. And you know who's to blame?
Who?
You.
No.
Yes, it's all your fault that those shows got canceled. So, watch any new Disney movies lately?
Not really. I'm waiting for the next. Well, Force Awakens counts as a Disney movie.
Yes, but what fairy tale are they gonna bastardize next?
I have no idea.
How about the one I wrote, the
I
Crack
don't.
Horror Queen?
I don't work in the animated department, although I would love to.
I wouldn't because I couldn't sleep at night knowing that I've bastardized so many stories and made them so inaccurate. The plot's totally changed, and of course it's a happy, kissy kissy ending. But yeah, are they gonna do My Fairy Tale, the Crack Whore Queen?
Probably.
It's about a crack whore queen, the queen of all crack whores, who turns out to be a guy, not just in drag, but he just called himself the queen of crack whores because it sounded kind of cool. But then he turns into a dog and then goes flying off into the sunset to go marry a Pop Tart. That's my fucking story. Animate it.
Alright, and we're gonna turn it into a musical.
I love the Pop Tart. Yeah, well, I remember the one time you were like, okay, you have to sing in a musical, and then I sang, and you were like, wow, that was awful.
Yes.
I have a beautiful voice, very has a lot of range. Not really, I have a horrible voice. I've never liked musicals because I've always never really believed. Okay, so all of a sudden these people are going to spontaneously break into song, and you expect me to believe that it's unrehearsed. I like reality. I mean, it doesn't have to be all real. I mean, obviously, my favorite show is about a duck and a pig, but they don't behave like a duck and a pig. They behave like people. You can forget that they're a duck and a pig, especially if you can't see, and think of them as just people. And the way they react. And that actually had some good music in it. I've always said Duckman and Cornfed were like Stewie and Brian if Family Guy could write.
Mm.
And Duckman did the road to Dendron before Family Guy ever existed.
Yeah, but Family Guys was a lot more sincere as far as lyrically. I mean, hell, in the Duckman version, the lyrics even go, "We're legally obligated to make this fun," and that doesn't sound sincere at all.
Okay, apparently you don't know what a joke is.
Yeah, but I know what a joke is, but
They, yeah, apparently you don't know what a joke is. It was a joke breaking the fourth wall. Like there's also I'll suffer pain and great humiliation. It suits you. I'll rant and fume and call Bernice a hag. Who says chivalry's dead? And because we want to get to syndication, you know we're both gonna end up in drag. Yeah, they're legally obligated to make it. That's funnier than
Seth MacFarlane's sincere take on it.
Duckman and Cornfed was insincere as Seth MacFarlane. You have a weird idea of what's sincere and what's not.
No, I honestly wouldn't mind seeing Duckman doing a musical album.
He did guest star in the Vegas thing.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, it was sincere. It was what it was, and we know it's going to be 23 minutes and 19 seconds long.
Hmm.
Besides, they weren't talking about the song; they were talking about the episode. They're legally obligated to make it fun. Because Duckman, one of the things that Duckman liked to do is break the fourth wall, and you know, like frankly, it's that attitude that kept you from getting a spinoff. Things like that. So of course they're going to say we're legally obligated to make it fun because that's part of their humor. Family Guy. It, it was funny the first time I saw it, and it was funny, if I were to watch the episodes as new, like the first season, I think after about the second season I would have had enough because how many times can you do the this reminds me of the time and then they show the cutaway? It's okay. It was funny the first time I saw it. The second time, but now they do it so much. I want to see someone do a to a full biography of one of the characters, including everything that happened in the cutaways.
Hmm. That would be funny.
It would be impossible. And then Family Guy tried to get all serious with like the abusive episode and the very special episode, that one, and things like that. It was just like,
Brian dying.
well, yeah, but everyone knew that was not going to be the end. Everyone knew what was going to happen. They've done that before with Lois kills or Stewie kills Lois. They did the same thing. I knew for a fact that they were going to put it to right because they had to because they couldn't just continue without one of the main characters. Although that would actually be kind of funny. I don't know. And The Simpsons. Have you watched The Simpsons recently?
Yeah.
I didn't know they did this, but I guess on one of the episodes of The Simpsons they called Judas Priest death metal.
Yeah. And then
Uh,
the next week after that, they had the Bart chalkboard thing was "I will not call Judas Priest death metal."
yeah, it was Judas Priest is not death metal. Yeah. I mean, South Park could be forgiven for calling Slayer death metal because, well, A, they're idiots, and B, that album was an influence on death metal. Slayer's thrash metal, by the way. But Judas Priest. So, okay, there's a tenuous connection with Slayer and death metal, but Judas Priest is death metal. If Judas Priest is death metal, then Iron Maiden is death metal. Breaking the law. Breaking the...
You're gonna hate this. Simpsons were renewed up until season 28.
When would season 28 be? 2016 or so?
Yeah, 2016 to 2017.
I don't really care. I mean, I tried watching the new ones maybe about 2 years ago. I can't remember anything about it because it was so blah. It was literally like I watched it, it ended, and I don't remember anything about it. It was. I mean,
Basically, it went in one ear and went out the other.
yeah. I watched the new Family Guy episode. And I remember laughing once, but I watched this new Simpsons episode. And I was just like, what? Okay, why did you make that episode? I can't even tell you what it was about. I don't remember the plot either. It's stupid because I watched it on pay-per-view or not on demand. I remember that. But as far as the plot or what happened, I remember it had Homer and Bart and all the others in it.
And that's all you remember.
It's good that they're getting paid good money. I don't think I would do that on The Simpsons. I don't think if even if I was getting paid money, I'd just be like, yeah, you know what? I'm sorry, the show sucks on toast.
Yeah.
That doesn't even make sense. How can something suck on toast? Yeah, it was just, I, ugh. One of the things that I did see the other, maybe about 2, 3 years ago was, Riff Tracks live. It wasn't like live in my city, it was live somewhere else, but they simulcast it live. That was pretty fun. Riff Tracks are the three guys from Mystery Science Theater. That was a good show. I miss Mystery Science Theater. It's one of those shows that will never get boring because there's so many movies to riff.
I remember you once telling me that there was an episode where they tried to escape,
There's several episodes where they tried to escape.
but you said that, okay, here are the people you need to look out for. Dr. Clayton Forrester.
Forrester, TV's Frank, Jeff Dunham, and Peanut.
What?
Yeah. No, I just had the picture there. Yeah, I remember that. I can't remember which episode it was though. But I remember but I remember, it was like, okay, what?
Yeah, hold on. Wait, what?
Listening to him yell. If Jeff Dunham was there, I'd look out for him because I don't find him that funny. I mean, yeah, puppet comedian. That's kind of cute, but, I like Doug Stanhope, so. And yeah, I know I just said I hate libertarians, but if you know what a joke is, that would be fantastic. So you're trying to call me out on it. I know you're trying to call me out on it, but you won't win because basically I know what I mean and I know what I say. But yeah, Mystery Science Theater is one of the shows that, like I said, it would never get. I mean, it may get boring, but you'll never have run out of ideas because there's so many movies made and there's so many bad ones. I mean, I could think of many that they didn't riff that I would riff had I got the chance. I mean, there's several new bad movies. Anyone seen Guardians of the Galaxy knows what I'm talking about there. Or God's Not Dead. Can you believe they're making a God's Not Dead 2?
I'm pretty sure that's gonna be one of our next episodes of PTR, just us watching God's Not Dead and you ripping it to pieces.
What's that?
What?
My screen reader went off. Could you repeat that?
That's probably gonna be one of our future episodes of PTR, us just watching bad movies and ripping them apart.
Yes, as long as we're not watching God's Not Dead, I refuse to watch that show, that shit fest again. Because that movie was what? What did National Wiki say? Something about I guess one of the characters I can't remember who, but really hated Duck Dynasty, and they're like, considering the amount of money that the Duck Dynasty family puts into this show, that's just or the movie, that's just So yeah, basically, if you watch God's Not Dead or rent it or buy it or give them money, you're supporting Duck Dynasty. And knowing what they believe in, I don't think I'd be supporting them anytime soon.
Wasn't that guy from Duck Dynasty the one that said he wanted to rape atheists?
Yes, and he was talking about how if he didn't have God, he would rape and murder a family, and about how he's homophobic and classic Southern guy.
You almost can't make this up.
Oh yeah, I just well he makes millions of dollars building things to call ducks to hunt to shoot them. Can't really expect him to have liberal sensibilities there. King Redneck. That should be a movie, King Redneck.
I might make that.
Nice. I'm gonna make a movie called The Legend of Elliot the Awesome. It's about how awesome I am. I don't know. The about the so yeah, I saw riff tracks. I would buy riff tracks, but I'm not spending $10 per movie. I'm sorry, cause I'm cheap. I downloaded on a torrent BBC's World at War. It's a 26-part documentary about the history of World War II. Um, if you like the history of World War II, I suggest watching it. It's pretty damn insightful, and I think it is very good. So watch it because I told you so. I own you now. Uh, so yeah, I mean, it takes a lot for me to like movies and comedians. I think because I watch them now and I'm just like, they just don't do anything for me. You know, it's it takes a lot for me to be like, yeah, that guy's really good or that movie's really good. If you want to know what I do like, watch the movie Terminal City Ricochet. You should watch it. Do it because I told you to. And apparently Eric's dead.
Yeah, I'm right here.
Oh. See, I was going to say you died on PTR. We were going to be famous.
You would have been famous forever.
And you would have been dead forever.
Like
Yeah,
how people who want to be famous forever kill themselves.
like Kurt Cobain. Kurt Cobain.
Hmm.
Kurt Cobain. Kurt Cobain. Boom, Cobain. There we go. I've thoroughly disrespected Kurt Cobain. So there you go.
Careful, Elliot. All the Nirvana fans are gonna find you and they're gonna lecture you about how deep and conflicted he was.
And I'll say, no, it wasn't. He just wanted it. He just wanted fame. He wasn't an artist. He was nothing. And you're nothing. And everyone is nothing except for me because I'm fantastic. That's what I think. Um, so yeah, there's no big stories any. I mean, it's cool when a big story happens because then I have something to talk about. That's the trouble. You can't really predict when things are going to happen. Oh yeah, Stone Temple Pilots guy died.
Yeah, poor Scott Weiland.
So I guess now he really is dead and bloated.
Shut up.
That was a song he wrote.
Oh yeah, but
Scott, too soon.
his ex-wife wrote an article saying don't glorify his death.
Okay, deal. Wait, why? Why is it? Because does she
Something
like
about how it would just glorify drugs or whatever.
glorified drugs? Apparently, the bassist for his band was arrested.
Yep.
I mean, see, I'm always about legalizing drugs because, okay, yeah, they kill and have damage, but I'd rather have drug legalization and things like that than people robbing me to pay the mob's high drug prices. I mean, and yeah, but no, just put them in a prison. That'll solve all our problems. Just lock them up and put them all in a prison. But no, I do not glorify Scott Weiland's death because I didn't think he was that good of a musician. If I'm completely honest, I thought he was generic. But then again, compared to his replacement as Don Temple Pilots, he's God.
Oh, and don't forget he teamed up with your arch enemies.
Kiss?
No, your other arch enemies.
You?
I'm talking about Velvet Revolver.
Oh, I don't really care about them. I think they're better than Guns N' Roses, if anything. It's not saying much, but still, then I wouldn't say they're my arch enemies. No, not like Kiss or AC/DC or the sadly departed. And, oh, fuck yes, they're gone. Motley Crue. Oh, happy days, joy of joys. They're all is right with the world. Motley Crue is dead.
Not yet, though. Remember, they still have to do what they call Crew Year's Eve.
Well, yeah, but I mean, come on, they're dead. I mean, they're not releasing any new albums or anything, so
But I will be there on Crew Year's Eve,
I will be getting drunk listening to slam death metal.
and you'll be throwing a party with signs written that say "fuck the crew," right?
Oh, definitely. If only Def Leppard would be so kind.
No, they had a new album out.
Both bands that actually started out half decent, and well, Def Leppard only really had one good album, which wasn't actually that good. It was decent, and then their second album was a little less decent, and then their third album, no. But I mean, because they were never that good of a metal band, they were always more of on the hard rock side, but they were okay. And sorry, I'm tired as shit. And then Motley Crue had their first two albums were decent and actual metal, and then when Theater of Pain happened, it was just like, whoa. And after that, I couldn't care less about them. Yeah, after Theater of Pain, I think that's when they. I mean, no, not after Theater when it was released. I think that. I mean, first two albums weren't great, but they were okay. But then, yeah, and then they did Girls, 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 and I was just like, really? This is what it's come to. I mean, I'd take Turbo over that album any day, and Turbo sucks. What were you thinking, Judas Priest? What were you thinking? And Painkiller wasn't much better, actually. Because Painkiller was just as unsincere as Turbo was, except for the only difference is Painkiller was a half thrash album, whereas Turbo was a glam one, but plus Halford had lost his voice back by then. Yes, I'm sorry, I found his performance on Painkiller kind of boring. Scott Travis was the best drummer Priest ever had, though. Um, Priest, I'm gonna be controversial here, and I'm gonna say Priest never had a really good album from start to finish. Because they would have some good songs, and then they'd ruin it with some sex song or some hard rock album, song. Like they would have some like Exciter and Call for the Priest or Victim of Changes or something like that, and then they'd have lame songs about love and living after midnight. It's like really, really, dude. Maiden has had good albums from start to finish. Priest, not so much. Actually, you know what? I'm sorry, Eric. They have had a really good release from start to finish. Judas Priest.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, it was recorded and performed by the band Merciful Fate.
Oh wow.
Well, it's like my favorite Anthrax album is any released by Artillery. And my favorite Megadeth album is never mind. Megadeth's newest album is actually starting to look pretty promising.
Like Dave said, he started off with 130 song ideas.
Well, I've heard the two singles, and the first one was meh, but the second one's not bad. I think this album's going to be okay. It's not going to be amazing, but it's going to be something to listen to. It's definitely going to be a pretty decent album, I think. So be on the lookout for that because that's going to be fun. I like New Slayer. New Metallica, I don't know. I've heard the song. I don't know what to think about it, but New Metallica. Oh boy.
Are they even gonna record anything now?
Yeah.
Because I remember Kirk Hammett saying that he lost his phone and he had recorded 250 song ideas on there.
No, of course they're gonna because yeah he remembers what some of the songs are. Yeah, of course they're gonna record. I don't know what they're doing now. I think they're touring Europe for about the 800th time. Um, but yeah, no, they're gonna record a new album. Apparently, it's gonna sound like Death Magnetic, so that'll be good. Anthrax are gonna release their next album next year. And it's gonna sound like Anthrax, i.e. Oh, sorry. I was thinking about Anthrax and it put me to sleep. Fuck Anthrax, seriously.
What about Dan Lilker?
He was only in for one album. He doesn't count. He founded the band, was in for one album, and then they got rid of him. It was one of the best members they ever had. But it's okay because he formed Nuclear, Sol Extra, Hot Sauce, and Brutal Truth, and Blurring, and Venomous Concept. And no, he didn't form that band, but a bunch of other bands. So he definitely saved that career of his. But Scotty and yeah, he did SOD, but other than the SOD and a couple Anthrax songs, he actually has a pretty good voice too. I think he should have sang. If he sang instead of Belladonna, that actually could have been a decent. Some of them could have been a decent album because he has a pretty cool hardcore voice. So I like hardcore. You know who I think gets a pretty bad rap? Blaze Bailey. Do you know who Blaze Bailey is, Eric?
He was one of the. Hold on. Name sounds familiar.
He replaced Dickinson in Iron Maiden.
Oh yeah.
So he's going to be hated by everyone.
I was getting him confused with the guy who replaced Halford and Priest.
That's Tim Ripper Owens, who I think is also pretty good. I always liked Bailey's voice though. He has this much more grounded, emotional, um, kind of like Paul Diano, but a little less sleazy. A lower voice. I always liked his voice, but nobody else does. But I like Blaze Bailey. I mean, X Factor and Virtual 11 have some actual pretty good songs. Maybe a little too long, but I don't. I like some of those albums. Some of those melodies are really good. But of course, we got Dickinson back, so he can shoot his mouth off. Great singer, horrible ego. Yes, Bruce, punk bands suck. No, I'm sorry, you suck. Although I do like what he said about Rob Halford and the teleprompter.
And Ozzy.
And I just like, yeah, I've seen it. It actually says on there, breaking the law, breaking the law, breaking the law. I mean, come on. If you need something to tell you to repeat the chorus line of a song you've played since 1980, it's time to retire. But Halford was like, I like Bruce, and if I could do all the things he could do, I'd be happy.
Oh, and
Well, what?
one of the most epic moments, one of the biggest feuds in all of metal, the Osbournes versus Bruce Dickinson.
Aw, Sharon got a little butthurt. Well, sorry, but Dickinson spoke the truth, Sharon. P.S. You're a vile human being. That's not editorializing, that's actually truth. In a recent study, Sharon Osbourne has been found to be a vile human being. That's not alleged there. Sue me.
Initial throw eggs at PTR.
I guess Sully Erna insulted Nikki Sixx again.
Yeah, he called Nikki Sixx like the biggest jackass he's ever met. And Nikki Sixx actually, someone actually asked Nikki Sixx on Facebook saying, "What do you respond? What is your response to the recent comments Sully Erna made about you?" And Nikki Sixx pretty much wrote back, "Poor baby."
I'm not really into Godsmack anymore. I kind of tried getting into them, and I found some of their songs kind of good pop, but I will say the Godsmack's much better than Motley Crue could ever be. Sorry, but it's just true. So what are they going to do with that? So I'm guessing Tommy Lee will go back to directing porn films or wherever he did. Didn't Tommy Lee do porn or something like that?
He he had a sex tape.
Yeah, okay, whatever. I'm sure he'll go back to doing that. Vince Neil will go back to killing members of rock bands.
Vince Neil even said that he was going to go back to doing a solo career. Mick Mars said that he wanted to do a blues album just to show off his guitar chops.
Knowing Vince Neil's driving cred, I'm kind of surprised they let him on the racetrack for Indy Lights in '93. Didn't he kill that whole band?
No, he killed, I think it was Razzle, or Razzie, I think.
Yeah, I'm just like, knowing your driving chops. But then again, I don't think he did anything in that series. So, a blues album, huh?
He
What does he
was,
have to be? What does he have to be blue about? That's the thing that pisses me off about the blues nowadays. If you want to make the blues, you have to be depressed and you have to be sad about something. But
he just
what
wants to
is he?
write a blues album just so that he can show. He even said on Motley Crue records, I have to hold back my guitar playing. He said,
Damn,
I can play,
I gotta hold back my guitar playing.
he said, I
I
can,
didn't get enough money today.
Mick Mars said that I can play much better than I've ever showed off on a Motley record, and I want to show that on my solo record.
Well, good for you. Hopefully you don't speed it up like Vinnie Vincent, Vinnie Vin 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 Vin.
Oh my god. And no, I actually found Vinnie Vincent on Twitter.
At I'm a jackass who stole the band name. Dude, if I was that Canadian band Slaughter, I'd sue him for copyright.
No, they kicked him out before they started Slaughter.
Cause they had that name way before Slaughter. Slaughter was like the late 1980s, right?
Yeah, after they kicked him out of
Yeah. Um, the other band Slaughter was formed like '83 and released the first album in '85. So, see, I'd pull a Coven. I would pull a Coven on that band, and I don't know if she took legal action, but if she did, she had every right to. You know what I'm talking about? The other Coven.
yeah. And
Why?
as far as Vinnie Vincent goes, how bad, how horrible do you have to be personality wise to get kicked out of a band with your name in it?
Lars Ulrich could do it. I'm sorry it's your band, but yeah, that is actually kind of funny. Kind of very
Yeah.
funny. But yeah, the because I was looking at the band Slaughter, the Canadian thrash metal band that I love, and I found this other record, and I was like, I didn't know they really. It's glam metal. There's a glam metal band named Slaughter. That's a bit dark for them.
Yeah, and was it before you met me that you found out that they used to be the Vinnie Vincent Invasion?
I didn't know they used to be the Vinny. I knew he had a part in it. I didn't know that until today, but I knew there was a glam band called Slaughter. I knew Vinny Vin used to be part of it.
Yeah, there was the Vinnie. After he left Kiss, he formed the Vinnie Vincent Invasion. Then after like the second album, I think the second or third album, they kicked him out because they couldn't deal with his ego, and then they formed Slaughter.
I mean, how bad of a guitarist do you have to be to speed up your guitar solos? I mean, I know he wanted to be a shredder, but dude, if you can't be a shredder, do something else. I mean, that's the one thing about Yngwie. If you ever heard of Alcatraz, it's a weird mix of old heavy metal, hard rock, and shred. So like, there's these like Island in the Sun has this really simple riff and these really stupid lyrics, and this Graham Bonnet who, if you can imagine Rob Halford with a cold, a very bad cold, it's and who just decides to scream. Uh, but then all of a sudden there's this like epic solo. I'm just like, this just doesn't fit. And the keyboard sounds of that song are just awesome. As I wrote, the song just screams at you. This is from the '80s. Yeah, the beginning keyboard sound is one of the most cliched '80s sounds in all of music, I think. So yeah, look up Alcatraz. I know
Um,
the Iron Maiden guy was in it, Clive Burr, and then when Yngwie left, they got Steve Vai, and then they got some guy who played in Alice Cooper for a while.
yeah,
I don't remember his name. Who hasn't played in Alice Cooper's band?
he always rotates his musicians every few years.
Yeah, I couldn't do that because I need a connection with my musicians. So I don't think I'd want to replace my musicians unless they proved uncooperative or whatever. I know that's what Blaze Bailey does. He fired his band so he could have basically a solo band of touring musicians.
But I do know that. I know you. We have argued about the whole reunion thing before, but you want to know? Remember how I said that Motley Crue wanted to end with the same guys that they started out with?
Yeah, you said that.
Nikki Sixx says that by doing that, they have dignity, and bands who have replacement members don't.
No, because I'm sorry. Here's the way bands work. If a guy loses interest, you replace him with another member. If a so, my question with Nikki Sixx is: are you upset that you changed a part in your car because it's not the stock part? No, you're not upset because it's a new part. It works better. Are you upset that you poured new gasoline and that your car doesn't have the stock gasoline? I mean, how retarded is that statement? Like Napalm Death.
he even said that, we wanted to go out the same four guys that came in. Vince Neil said we didn't want to be one of those bands where it was just one original member or someone's brother or nephew playing the county fairs. We wanted to leave a legacy of the four original members of Motley Crue and have dignity.
Yes, you've told me that before, but I mean, my whole thing is like Napalm Death. Why would you want to reunite the original? Like, okay, let's say you reunite the original members. Well, if you reunite the real original members, no one will know of them because all of them left except for one before their first album. They left because the speed was basically getting too fast and they lost interest. So let's reunite the first album lineup, the A side of Justin Broderick, Nick Bullen, and Mick Harris. Well, Nick left because he didn't like that he thought it was just mindless speed, and he didn't want to just do that anymore. Justin left for Head of David, and Mick left later because he was getting bored with grindcore. So okay, you have three people who got bored with the music. That's the thing. I'm not I don't buy this reunion thing because in my opinion, if a band's not working, if someone's not working, you replace them. If I don't like Black Sabbath. I'd rather hear another Tony Martin record because he was working and he was a good singer, but they won't talk to him anymore. So he had to form his own Sabbath tribute band.
Hmm.
I'd rather hear that than Osmond.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean that's my opinion. I've never been one for this. Yeah, they're the people I'd like to see back in bands, but they're not coming back in bands, so I don't really give a shit. I'm gonna hope for the best and see what else, new projects they have. So the only reunions I've ever liked were Amoebics, SOD, although there's it's a bit more modern. That was in '99, and Amoebics' album in 2011. Everything else, Carcass, Nuclear Assault, Lilker even admitted the Nuclear Assault album sucked.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it sucked. I just think it was meh. Sabbath with the classic lineup. Who else is reunited? Priest with Halford.
Mm-hmm.
Who else is reunited?
Went back to Maiden.
Yeah, I mean they've released some good albums, but no. Well, okay, okay. I'm talking about a full band reunion though. Not like a band breaks up and reunites. I'm not just talking about a guy coming back to the band because people come back to bands all the time. And Sabbath kind of broke up for a while there.
But the
'Cause
thing that got me was Mickey Six saying that he said that that since we have the original lineup, that means that we have more dignity and integrity.
you have more dignity and integrity because you have four old men who at one time were friends but probably now can't stand each other. Okay, how does that work?
Yeah, they keep saying dignity because
Or would you rather have four guys going out as the best of friends who just realize that maybe it's time to put this band on ice and go do future projects? I mean, I'd I'd rather be in a band with friends than a band. So yeah, I know we fell out 20 years ago, and I know I said I never talk to you again, but let's reunite. I mean, I've never understood the Aussie fetishists personally. I mean, he had some good albums, but they weren't written by him.
wait, I'm surprised that you didn't say Nikki Six is in a glam band. He's not allowed to use the word dignity.
That was kind of implied anyway.
Yeah.
But I mean, Ozzy, he had a decent voice for the songs, but he didn't write any of them.
Hmm.
I don't think he's ever written a piece of music in his whole career.
I think he may have written at least one lyric line for one of the early Ozzy solo albums.
How lame is that? I mean, even Dickinson writes lyrics for Maiden occasionally. The whole band kind of writes, but what do you want me to say? All right, I'll sing it. He's a mouthpiece. What's the point of having him in there?
How much longer are we gonna go on the show?
I don't know. I'm having fun talking about bands
I know.
because, but yeah, the Dio Sabbath thing was actually kind of a success. The Heaven and Hell, well, I call it Black Sabbath because that's what it is. It's the 19th Sabbath album, and anyone who thinks it's not the 19th Sabbath album is stupid. Um, I thought that was a good album, but I thought it should have been released under the name Black Sabbath. Just saying. And I will always consider it a Black Sabbath album. Never this Heaven and Hell. No, it's a Black Sabbath album. It's their 19th album. Then 13 was their 20th. And apparently their last. Kind of a
Yeah.
sad way to
Geezer
go out.
Butler was Geezer Butler was the one that decided not to continue, and they said 13 was the number one album in the charts. How can we top that?
By writing a decent one, I actually listened to the entire. I got, of course, knowing me, I got the double disc, the one with like 18 songs on it or whatever.
Yeah.
Because obviously I'm going to get the one with the most songs. I actually listened to all of that album. All, what, 1 hour and 17 minutes or however long it was? How long is that album?
Yeah. I really can't remember off the top of my head.
I listened to it, and I think one of the things that Rick Rubin needs to be torn to pieces for was saying, yeah, so imagine you're writing Paranoid again. I mean, I don't. Why would I want to retread past ground? I mean, the opening sounds like Black Sabbath. One of the songs sounds like Planet Caravan, a song that I've never liked.
Hmm.
Well, okay, the thing about Planet Caravan is it sounds like a jam with some weird vocals. It doesn't go anywhere. There's no meat to it. There's no, maybe if it was Stone, but there's no like War Pigs. War Pigs go somewhere, but it's bongo drums and some oscillated vocals. Wow. I want to listen to that for an hour and a half. Um, Hell, even Iron Man's better. And I never really was a big fan of Iron Man, personally.
I know. Before you even got into Sabbath, you didn't like them in part because people would just sing the opening riff and just stop there.
It's an okay. I've always best song off that album.
And I also remember you said, "Oh, Green Day once played the opening riff to Iron Man Live."
And then Master of Puppets, the opening to, or not the opening, but that the riff everyone recognized for Master of Puppets. It was kind of like, okay, you want to be cool or something. I don't know, but they didn't actually play the entire songs, which I thought was kind of funny. I was like, yeah. But yeah, Green Day. Ugh, don't get me started on them. I actually listened to their first EP a couple weeks ago, thinking, because people kept saying to me, "Well, Green Day used to be good," so I listened to the first EP, and I was like, "Why does Billy Joe sound like the guy from NSYNC?" Literally, if you ever listen to the first 1,000 hours, if you ever listen to that first EP, he sounds like a boy band singer.
Okay.
Of course, I know what my favorite glam album is.
What?
Cold Lake.
Oh no.
You still haven't heard that though. You need to hear it. It's
You know,
awesome.
just to end all this dispute, I'm gonna listen to it later on after the show,
Yes, and we're going to end the show because we've done it 2 hours.
and I'm going to write a track by track review for you.
That would actually be kind of cool. Post it on your wall.
I'll see what I can do about that.
And the vocalist is Tom Warrior, or Tosser Wanker, as I call him. All right, let's find the stop broadcast button. So apparently there's 3 participants, but Wolf King's gone. So okay, this has been Political Trendy Radio, episode 47 for the 7th of December 2015. You can email the show at ellinthemood@gmail.com. Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/politicaltrendyradio. Twitter's at PTRadio666, and other links are available if you search them out. Come on, don't be lazy. For Wolf King, for Eric, for me, I'm Elliot Lindemood. So long, and we'll see you Friday, where we'll have different people. Or not, I don't know. Goodbye. Hail Jinx.